Good morning and welcome. Next article from this chapter, gravitation, Newton's universal law of gravitation. Newton's universal law of gravitation. As we have discussed, every object in the universe attracts to every other object in this universe with some definite force. Means every object, not only on the earth but also in this universe. And this force is nothing but by mathematical calculations, this force is directly proportional to product of masses. Suppose m1 and m2 are the two masses of the two objects, and inversely proportional to square of the distance between them. F is directly proportional to m1 m2 upon d square. Also, this proportionality constant, say g, then we can write this expression as like this: F is equal to g m1 m2 upon d square. This is the universal law of gravitation, Newton's universal law of gravitation. Here g is nothing but constant of proportionality. What I say? Newton's universal law of gravitation. Here every object in the universe attracts to every other object in this universe with a definite force, and that force can be expressed as like this. This force is directly proportional to m1 m2, means product of masses, and inversely proportional to means 1 upon d square, inversely proportional to square of the distance between them. By taking proportionality constant as a g, we can write F is equal to g m1 m2 upon d square. This is the mathematics. This is the numerator and this is denominator. If we change mass, suppose m1 is doubled than m2, then force is also doubled. But when distance is doubled, then what will happen? Force decreases. Doubled means d, in place of d we write 2d, then 2d square means 4d square, means this is the denominator, and hence F decreases by factor 4. This is somewhat mathematics regarding these calculations. What I say? If mass is doubled, then force will be doubled. But if distance is doubled, then force decreases by factor 4. In similar way, we say that if distance is tripled, then 3d bracket square means 9, means force decreases by factor 9. In this way, we can consider this Newton's universal law of gravitation. How this g, proportionality constant, can be calculated? G is nothing but proportionality constant. Here, take this total expression in this way: d square on this side, m1 m2 on this side as a denominator, and here is the g. Means g is equal to f d square upon m1 m2. This value of g is equal to gravitational force between two masses 1 kilogram of two masses, 1 kilogram, and distance is suppose 1 meter, then this G is equal to 6.673 into 10 raised to minus 11. And what is the unit of this G? The unit is force, unit of force is Newton, unit of distance is meter, meter square, and divided by unit of m1 is kg, unit of m2 is also kg, therefore kg square. We can write this G constant of proportionality in this way also. This kg square we can write kg raised to minus 2. This is the G. Thus, this is the total, we say, Newton's universal law of gravitation, which is directly proportional to product of masses and inversely proportional to square of the distance between them. And this definite force is it represents between any two objects in this universe. Now, let us consider one derivation regarding centripetal force, uniform circular motion, and say centripetal force, magnitude of centripetal force. This is the article. As we know about centripetal force, what is the meaning of centripetal force? Centripetal force means center seeking force. Means this force acts towards center of earth, of circle, whatever it may be, but towards center. The centripetal force acts towards center. Here the centripetal force, if we consider for planet, sun, and this is planet, these are the planet. Yes, sun, and this is the planet. If planet is revolving around sun in circular motion, if planet moves or revolving around sun in a circular orbit in uniform circular motion. What is the meaning of uniform circular motion? If it travels, if it moves equal distance in equal interval of time, if it moves circularly in equal interval of time, equal distance in equal interval of time, this is the uniform circular motion. And this planet moves in uniform circular motion. Then this centripetal force is equal to mv square upon r. What are these quantities? Mass, m is mass of planet as well as r is the distance from sun, and v is the speed of that planet. Now speed of this planet can be expressed in terms of period of revolution t, say period of revolution. This is the one symbol, period of revolution. In physics, this physical quantity speed is nothing but distance traveled divided by time, and we use this formula in this phenomenon of planet revolve around sun. What is this circular motion? This is the circumference, and this is also we call it as a distance. and a time, that is period of revolution. Therefore, when we write v as a speed is nothing but distance traveled is what? Circumference, and circumference is what? 2 pi r. It is perimeter. This is the perimeter of that circle, which we also call as the circumference, and circumference is nothing but the 2 pi r. Therefore, distance traveled is 2 pi r and time is capital T. Now we use these two expressions for conclusion of Newton. What is F? F is equal to mv square upon r. From this equation 2, we write this expression as em upon r, and here is v square. V square means 2 pi r upon t square. 2 pi r upon t bracket square. That is r as it is, m, and here 2 square, that is 4, pi square r square upon t square. By simplification, we can write 4 m pi square. This r and this one r cancel. Only here we write r and divided by t square. Okay. Now, this is the force. Next expressions. Okay. F is equal to 4m pi square r upon t square. Here multiply and divide by r square in RHS, right hand side, for our convenience, because we put some statements regarding about Kepler's law. Therefore, we multiply and divide 4m pi square r into r square and t square into r square. Okay. Now 4m pi square r into r square, that is r cube, and r square as it is into t square. We can write r cube in denominator as like this: 4m pi square upon r square into 1 upon r cube t square upon r cube. Isn't it? But by Kepler's law, one law, Kepler's third law, this is constant. T square upon r cube is equal to k. Therefore, 4m pi square upon r square into this k. Isn't it? Now we observe this quantity, which is F. 4 constant, m is always constant because mass cannot change, mass is constant. Pi is the value 3 point something or 22 upon 7, it is also constant. K is constant, means 4m pi square upon k, this total quantity is a constant, and therefore this constant upon r square, constant, suppose k1, say this is k1, then k1 upon r square. What we can write this expression as like this: F is directly proportional to 1 upon r square, because k1 is constant. And this is the conclusion of Newton. What Newton says? Newton concluded that centripetal force, which is the force acting on planet, and is responsible for its circular motion, acting on planet and which is responsible for this circular motion, must be inversely proportional to, what is inversely proportional to? Square of the distance between planet and sun. This is the conclusion. Our question also as like this show that centripetal force is inversely proportional to square of the distance between planet and sun. Then this is the proof of this expression. Thus, this is the one article regarding gravitation, which is termed as Newton's universal law of gravitation. Let us see next part in next video. Good day.